Okay. So I'm going to call the meeting to order. Um, do we need a motion to start? Guess not.
Motion to start the meeting.
Anybody second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Um, so the next thing that we need to do is approval of the minutes from last meeting. So
Motion to approve the minutes.
okay, any seconds?
Second.
Okay. Everybody in favor of approving the meeting? Notes? Okay, that passes. All right. So next up, we have the update or the wrap up of the 2025 Gene Shea Founders Awards. So, Rob, you want to update us on how that went?
It went well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of those who came to the event. And thank you to all of those who volunteered. Every board member participated in some way, and can't thank anyone. Everyone I have to thank. So I could be here all night. It was over 60 people participating in putting that on. But how much money did we raise? Well, we raised $7,000 more than last year. We raised almost $44,000. And I'm hoping that, I don't know if that's a PFS record. Some of the old timers might know if we did fundraisers way back in the day, but I know we haven't raised that kind of money in a number of years. So I'm assuming it might be a record. We did spend more money. We had more high profile performers. So our net was a couple $1,000s, 3 or 4 below. But as Eric Robbins pointed out to me, not to worry too much, because last year we needed that money to get out of our debt. This year, this is going to be more of a buffer for our festival. If we have a rain out or whatever, this will help supplement any kind of problematic financial situation we're in. So we're very optimistic we won't be in that situation, and this will be something positive. And again, I know it meant a lot to David Bromberg, as I may have shared with you. He said he has never been given a lifetime award. So anyone who was there could see it was very meaningful for him. And obviously Tom Rush sounded and played like he was 35 years old. He had just turned 85. And as you saw, the musicians were great. Larry Campbell and Teresa Williams, as well as Jay Unger and Molly Mason, I believe. Again, thank you for those wonderful volunteers, the trash committee. Congratulations to them. And of course, it was our honor to honor Mike Flagg and Ellen Superfine. So that's pretty much all we need to tell you on the surface. If you wanted to know like the line by line expenses, we have all of that, and what every section made and how much we made for the silent auction, all of that. But I don't know if we want to share that. If you want to, I can.
Rob, I have all that ready to go in the treasurer's report.
Sounds
next.
good. You do that, the money part. But as far as the people part, and I think it also, maintained the same kind of feeling we had the first year. It was a very good opportunity to feel, that the organization is back. And we obviously, we already had our debriefing. There are things we can improve upon. One thing is that while we sold more tickets than last year, we still had to do a lot of promotions and giveaways at the end to get closer, and that was not our intent. I'm sorry, I know I said that would not happen, but it did, but it allowed us some flexibility as far as the room. But we have to review that again and try to come up with some new changes. One of the things that's been proposed is to go with 2 performers rather than 3 last year, possibly a low-cost opening performer from Mac and a more high-profile performer as the main performer. So that's one of the things that's being considered, and we're looking at other things as well. So that's basically it. I don't know if there's any questions or comments on the Gene Shea event, but Gene Shea Founders Award event.
I do want to say, I know that you thanked all the volunteers, which everybody deserves a thank you because it was a wonderful event. But I want to thank you, Rob, because this is basically, what you put together, and it was a wonderful night. And it wouldn't have happened if you didn't have the idea to begin with and kind of run with it the year before and everything that you did this year.
That's
So,
very kind of you, and we wouldn't have been able to do that without the efforts of you and the other Eric to get us to the point where we're able to raise money. We couldn't have raised money without our two financial whizzes there. So thank you so much, and thank you to all of the board members that pitched in.
so thank you. And then since we're talking about finances, why don't we just go right to Eric Robbins and do the treasurer's report?
Thank you, Eric. Can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, so the highlights for this treasurer's report is we have close to $400,000 in cash. It's actually very similar to what we had last meeting as well. And as Rob had mentioned, we raised in revenue close to $44,000, and our net profit for the event was about $27,000. So you can see this does break down the line items to show you how much was ticket sales versus sponsors, ads, and 50/50 silent auction and so on. So you guys can take a look at how it all breaks down. And then as Rob mentioned, our costs were up this year in performer costs. Also, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, we did not pay the Colonial anything in the prior year, right?
Correct. It was free the first year. This year, $2,500 plus $50 for, I believe it was the marquee that night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's why we see that. So we did have added costs. We did wind up raising as a net profit a few $1,000s less than the prior year, but great event, and we're grossing more and the event's getting bigger. So kudos to Rob and his team of people, Aaron Gers and Alyssa Landez, and just too many to name, but there's a couple of them. All right, moving on the treasurer's report. So this is the income statement for this month. It's actually from last meeting to today. Not much activity going on for the Folk Festival. Please get out and buy some tickets, get some people to buy some tickets. We only had 3,700 in ticket sales since last meeting, $9,400 in expense. That includes our monthly expense to Michael. We also paid a fee to our outside publicist or PR person for marketing. So our expenses are starting to go up a little bit. So just a minor loss, so to say, from a cash flow standpoint, 5,600 out the door. We had previously 140,000, so now we have 135,000 as far as excess revenues over expenses so far for Folk Festival. Gene Shea, once again, this is not the full picture of Gene Shea that we just looked at. This is just the activity that occurred since the last board meeting where we had 15,605. It says ticket sales, but that actually does include all those other line items I was talking about, the raffles, 50/50 and so on. And then 2,000 in sponsorships, and we had our 13,500 in expenses. So 4,000. Once again, this is just a small slice of the overall bottom line that we just looked at. And then for PFS itself, just small amount of activity each month. We had $2,600 in membership dues and donations. We did earn $578 in interest income, as the majority of our money is in a money market, earning I think like 3.5%. Our expenses are a little higher this period, $5,900. That's because our Vimeo quarterly bill fell into this, and we also had 2 months of Iron Mountain expense, as well as our normal $500 a month for the rent of our office and other occupancy costs we pay for such as Comcast and Verizon. So, small loss in our operations related to PFS in general. The total loss for the period, once again, cash flow wise, 4,300. So we went from 416,000 in net assets down to 411,000 in net assets, but still a strong amount of net assets. We'll look at our balance sheet here and see what it's made up of. We have 417,000 in total assets, 398,000 in cash, where we are due 1,000 from a sponsor for the Gene Shea event. And then there's 18,000 due from our ticket agent for ticket sales. We've yet to get the money on that. We are current on all our payables, so we're paying them, except we have an old CPA bill that we just don't want to pay. So you can see that we're pretty strong here with 417,000 in total assets, only 5,000 in liabilities. So that's where you see our net assets, which is the equity of the organization, 411,855. 250 $100,000 of it is unencumbered. It's our money to use as we want. 135,000 is absolutely for the festival. And I have Gene Shea broken out here, but the next treasurer's report, it won't be broken out because that just becomes unrestricted net assets of the society. So that's it for the treasurer's report. Back to you, Eric.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Thank you for everything that you do. So next up we have Michael with the 2025 festival update. So I know he was getting some coffee, but I'm assuming he's back.
I am here. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. So it's springtime, which means that it's heavy contract season. I've been working on performers agreements and finalizing the deals, gathering promotional assets and tech information for our production committee. Booking wise, we do now have the entire main stage down for the weekend, and a lot of progress is being made for our side stage presentations, our culture tent, and what we'll be providing with the generous grant money from the Martin Charitable Foundation, as well as the Thursday night Campers Only concert, which is, well, I'll say I think it's going to be a pretty special Campers Only show this year. I'm pretty excited about it. You should all be looking forward to initial performer announcements soon. Our target date is scheduled for April 9th, which will leave enough time for people to still grab some early bird tickets. Hopefully you'll want to do that when you see some of the artists coming. We have let it be known in that department that several strong regional performers, including 2 of our MAC artists, will be performing not only at the festival but at a preview show for the festival put on by the Society and Rising Sun Presents at Bryn Mawr Twilight Concerts. It's going to be a free show and a really good show, so I hope to see you all there in Bryn Mawr on August 1st. Let's see, looking at the festival as a whole, everything is taking shape and the committees are preparing. I'll be meeting with Klondike, our live sound provider, tomorrow to discuss the possibility of adding some new components and services to their contract and to the event this year. Ann Mason has been busy working with Montgomery County to make sure all of our proverbial ducks are in a row. She's also been staying on top of overseeing not only the food vendors, but the craft vendors as well, and has some exciting new options that I think will probably be available both on the service side and the camp side this year in terms of food. Everything's looking super promising. I'm also in the process of drafting even more contracts for craft and food vendors, as well as just finalizing an agreement for our resident on the grounds committee to stay up pre-fest and a little post. So yeah, overall, the state of the festival is strong. I'm very happy with how it's taking shape. I hope that you will all feel the same way once the PR and marketing blitz starts hit. Thank you.
And Michael, I know that we had talked about volunteer fees. Do you want to?
We had talked about volunteer fees there. I'm
Would you like
happy
to share
to.
that discussion?
I'm happy to report that after a successful 2024 festival and after much consideration between myself and the board of directors, we will be able to place the volunteer tickets on sale and have volunteers be able to sign up with our next tier of tickets on April 15th. We will be taking the volunteer ticket down from a price of $119 in 2024 to $99 this year. Hopefully that will help you decide to come on out and help us pull this thing off. I believe that in June 15th, when that next, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on my words, but when the next tier of tickets hits on June 15th, we'll be raising it back up to the 119 fee. So I would suggest if you know you can come on out and you can help us out, get them while you can at the $99 price.
And one thing that I would add to that is just like last year, it was 119 plus we had the fee that went to opt and then also the township fee. These tickets are going to still be subject to those same fees. None of that extra goes to us at all.
Thank you. That's a good point, Eric. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Michael. And I know that you gave me a little bit of preview about the lineup, and I'm very excited for the announcement coming in the beginning of April. All right, so next up we have Rob. I'm gonna have you give a our resource development report if you want to.
Sure. So the Gene Shea event, of course, is our #1 fundraising event of the year. But we really have now developed kind of a cycle where the beginning of the year we look towards the Gene Shea event, and then as we get closer to the festival, we're going to have our Fest Friendathon again, and we're going to have some new wrinkles to it. I hear a rumor of an extra porta potty being available as a prize. We had an incredible team last year that ran away with everything. So we're gonna have a second place prize as well. That was a suggestion by Eric Robbins, and it's a good one. Other suggestions will be implemented, I'm sure. So that'll most likely be the month of June, but that we're still discussing that. The person who does most of the work pulling that together is, not surprisingly, you've heard her name, Erin Gorse. We're hoping to pull that out as a way of getting this regular funding going through. The only other fundraising that we do, the primary piece is obviously for festival fundraising sponsorships. We do have Martin Guitars. They are again our main stage sponsor, but we need other sponsors. We need anyone who knows anyone who works in any company. We will not hit them up for money, don't worry. We just need to know that, because that will help us strategize where we have connections where people might know the festival. And we do have a prospect list I'm working on with Joe Henderson that we're developing. And of course, we will be doing our ads again. The only other fundraising we do is just a small, either a Mac concert or another concert in the fall, but that's a much smaller fundraiser. So every section of the year we do something, but in some parts we don't do as much. So that's really it for fundraising. We're going to obviously be focused a lot on the sponsorships. That's really important to get started on that. Anybody who has any tips, and by tips meaning you know somebody there, bigger tip than coming up with an idea. Yes, we've been approaching Subaru. Everybody always recommends Subaru. We have a key volunteer that has a connection, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that we'll be able to actually have a face-to-face meeting with somebody there, but we now have a connection there. So we're hopeful that we might get something from them this year.
Thanks, Rob. And you had mentioned Erin, and she is our membership chair. So I'm going to have her do the membership report where we have some exciting things that we're working on.
Yeah, hi, can you guys hear me? Oh, I turned it. Okay, hi. So I have the membership numbers for March. In February we had 962, and in March we went down a little bit. We're at 944. We had 33 people expire and added 15. So my guess is probably that we haven't sent out the March reminder yet. So hopefully that'll be going. I will be sending that out by the end of this month. So anybody whose membership who expired in March will get a reminder that that's the case. So if you get that email, go ahead and renew your membership. Oh, and did you want me to mention that our new CRM that we have been
Yeah, go ahead.
discussing over the past couple months, I really would love to have it live by the middle of April. So I'm gonna say that, and hope that that means it happens.
So, and that is exciting that we're going to have that up and running, and we will be able to have more control over stuff, and then also maybe offer some additional features, especially to members. All right, thank you, Aaron. I'm going to next up on the list is the musical arts cooperative report, which I'm going to collectively call on Mara, Jefferson, and Rob.
So I'll just start for a second. Just adding to Aaron, I just want to thank Rich Gopstein and Joe Leal, who helped transfer all that data. So they played a part in making that happen. And again, of course, Aaron has the next section, and she's been working on quite a bit on it now. But back to Mac now. I'm going to turn it over first to Maura, who is responsible for all of our messaging and marketing for Mac. And then Jefferson, who's responsible for the bookings. So, Maura?
I actually want to have Jefferson go first and talk about the upcoming MAC performances. I'll talk about the open mic, and I'm not sure if you have anyone mentioning the website. I can mention that. Jefferson, you want to kick it off? Can he share his screen?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I share a screen here?
And
There we go. Yes, there we are. How's that look? Y'all see it?
Looks good.
Yeah. The this this Saturday, Lisa chose it. The board member, singer-songwriter will be at the Mount Airy Arts Garage. That's where we had our Christmas party this last year, and we're probably planning on having the society Christmas party there again this year. Luca Diadol and Mindy Murray are also on that singer-songwriter swap, and $10 for MAC members and $15 for Folk Song Society folks. That's kind of our standard pricing. David Kleiner's doing the first Friday at Melilani. We have a little social jam at the end of that. That's next Friday, April 10th, the Kathy Quinn record release party at the Warehouse 3. If you've not been to the Warehouse 3, it's just a crazy kind of listening room. Antique dealer puts all the kind of crazy stuff, bicycles hanging from the ceiling, and yeah, it's a neat place to see a show. I was at Naked Brewing Company this last week for the third Thursday. A great little bar, no cover, and Greg McGarvey, one of our new MAC members, is going to be playing there, and I'm looking forward to that. We listened to a lot of his stuff. He's really, really very strong singer-songwriter. Tuesday, April 22nd, our campaign at the Keswick Theater continues. Relationship there still strong. Irene Lambro with her husband, Troy Schomeyer, along with David Fox. There'll be an open mic at the back end of that. That's also a free concert for Folk Song Society members. And this last time we had it, a sold out show, pretty much. It was like standing room only, becoming a very popular feature. We have a new venue partner, Steel City Phoenixville, which is like a place where touring artists come through, and we've established a program there. Two of our strongest members, Swing That Cat with Kicking Down Doors. And we have tickets on sale through Steel City. We're looking to hit a threshold there of pre-sales so that artists can get a little bit of extra money. And last but not least, Matt, I haven't changed the title on this banner yet, but it's the Philly Mac Fest, a day-long celebration on Sunday, June 29th, 2025. We've hooked up a ticket window for that will open probably tomorrow. It's going to be a fun afternoon. 12 to 8 p.m. Show starts off with a bunch of kid concerts with Mr. David Perry and Two of a Kind, and then proceeds to have one Philadelphia Folk Song Society Philly Fest artist after another until 8 o'clock that night. About a dozen of them. Be food trucks there, stuff for kids to do. It's going to be a great time. Built-in bathrooms, no porta pots. So unlike the fest. So anyway, that's what we got going on.
Thanks, Jefferson. And all those acts are acts that played, I believe, the festival last year.
Correct.
Yeah, nobody that's playing this year, only acts that played last year. And if you can stop your sharing, perhaps I can share just to mention about our open mics, or I'll just mention if I can't share, I'll just mention what we have coming up for the open mics, and then I can put it in the chat. We have, hang on, just lost the screen I wanted. We have on Wednesday, April 16th, we've got our Zoom open mic, and I'll put in the chat the registration link where people can reach out to me. That's always the third Wednesday of every month, and this upcoming one will be April 16th at 7 p.m. Our in-person open mic, and Jefferson touched on the fact that we have our member show at the Keswick Annex. We have the in-person open mic that runs after that. And sign up start at 6:30. It's first come, first served. If people have questions about that, they can contact Rob. And then the last thing I want to mention about is that we have a small team working on getting the MAC artist pages up on the PFS website. And currently we have a landing page. And if you go across the top of the website to the tabs, there is a PFS MAC MAC tab. You click on that tab and you can see just a landing page and then a calendar of all the upcoming PFS MAC shows. So that's great. And then in April, the team will start working on loading the individual artist pages the way we used to have for the co-op. Each individual act would have its own page with links going to social media if people are interested in booking them for events. So it's really exciting that that project is finally taking off, and we want to thank Andrew Scarani for helping us tremendously kick that off. And again, you can just go to the website now. There's a tab right on the top you can click on that says PFS MAC, which is Musical Artists Cooperative. I think that's it, Rob. Unless there's anything else we need to talk about with MAC, I think that's pretty much it for the upcoming.
I think we got it. Yeah, that's it for this month.
And I am going to point out Andrew for the work that he's done with the website, which has been incredible. It looks fantastic. And, that is all through his leadership in terms of kind of streamlining stuff. So thank you. So next up, we have the community outreach and partnership report, and Kate's going to report on that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. I'm putting into the chat so you have it, my email and just some other information because once I speak, you'll know why. Number one, I would love to say thank you so much to all of those of you who have been waiting patiently, the volunteers in the wings. We're finding our groove as the board now, and it's exciting. And volunteer Doug Hirsch has helped me consolidate all these email lists that we've had of different volunteers, folks interested in outreach and marketing. And so we're really going to be looking forward to having you join our efforts. So look for an email in the next few days, hopefully by early next week. And I want to see if you're still interested in helping us. We have a lot of tabling events that we will be using volunteers for, hopefully have a few at the Keswick and some of our Rising Sun events. So yeah, just please thank you for your patience, and just know that we have not forgotten about you, and we are definitely going to be utilizing your awesome volunteership. So, and thank you especially to Doug for helping me get that organized. So with that said, we do have a lot of things in the works, and so it's kind of a work in progress, this new partnership outreach position for me. So I'm cultivating relationships that we've already had, and also formulating some new ones and reconnecting with venues we've worked with in the past. So yeah, it's kind of it's a lot going on, but I'm trying to streamline it, and let me try to explain it as best as I can to you. So number one, I just wanted to, this is a time sensitive thing. I don't know if anybody saw the email we put out on Monday, alerting you to the board meeting. And also there's a really cool folk music movie that is coming to theaters on April 4th. And that is called The Ballad of Wallace Island. And the folks at Allied Marketing reached out to us, and they wanted us to promote it to our members, maybe even promote it further than that. But what they're doing in return is offering us 2 free tickets to the Philadelphia Folk Festival. So you have a chance to win. So if you would like to enter this contest, you get a chance to win 2 free festival tickets. So that's pretty exciting. But the time sensitive piece is that on tomorrow there is a free screening of this. Oh, let me share my screen. A free screening at the old Ritz. I think it's called the Society East now, down in Old City. So if you guys want to go to the screening of this movie, just email me, let me know that you want to go. And if I could get that info by later tonight, tomorrow morning at the latest, I can get you guys on the will call list for that. It looks pretty cool. Am I sharing my screen? No. Pardon me 1 second. Share screen. All right, hopefully this is what I want to share. Oh, what do you see? Anything? You see my screen? Okay, I don't see it.
Your
So-
screen's up in the Ardmore Hall.
Okay, cool. So, all right, here we go from the top. So just back to our partner shows. So the Keswick Theater is super generous. They offer us our room, but we do max shows at once a month. And in return, we also promote their shows. So a cool show for you guys, the members, 50% off tickets to the Rascals, 60th anniversary of the Rascals. And that's on Friday, April 18th. So if you want to get 50% off tickets, there is a link that's going to be in the tune-up for that. And then members, you can also win a pair of free tickets. Before I go into these shows, I want to let y'all know nobody really is entering these ticket contests. So you guys really, please, there's free tickets to most of these shows, and I'd love for you guys to get them. So all you have to do is email me, say what show you want to go to. I throw you into a hat, and somebody wins. I'm going to try to make it more prominent on the e-blast, where it's just like these are where the ticket contests, all ticket contests are in this one link. So I'm just going to try to get more organized as we go, because we really ought to be utilizing these wonderful comps that these venues are offering us. We're also going to have Folk Song Society membership tables at these shows. So if any volunteers are interested in manning those, we'll be in touch. Also, the 10,000 Maniacs is a Rising Sun Presents show. We're going to have a table up for that. We won't have any ticket discounts, but it will be an opportunity for us to spread the news about the festival and all the other things that the society is doing. So the Keswick's really great for that. And we also just have a bunch of other Keswick highlights. Rising Sun, always a great partner of ours. The 2 shows that they're offering discounts on tickets and free tickets is Sunday, April 20th. I thought that was a cool one. It's called John of the Dead, Job People. It's a little more rootsy, you know, jammy, but I feel like we have a lot of, everybody has good taste in music around here. So check that one out if you're interested in that. And also Mason Ramsey, that's like a young, like classic country kid. And he's a really young person. So I'm hoping we can reach some younger people with the table at that show. So those are the ones we're highlighting with Ardmore. And then there's also other great shows, obviously, that they put on. And the 118 North one, it's under April 27th. Rebecca Porter and Rhinestone Roses, plus Marley Hale. That's going to be a member discount and 2 pairs of free tickets. Chance to win 2 free pairs of tickets. And then they have another bunch of other great shows that are happening, like that are up our alley. So just definitely check out all of those shows at the Rising Sun venues. This one at Milk Boy looks great too. I just went through and like found all these great shows there, and Cheryl helped me as well. So even if they're not giving us a member discount, I just encourage you all to get out to see the good music. It's in the area. Sellersville Theater, we're doing stuff with them now. They're offering free tickets, a chance to win free tickets. So please take us up on this offer. We're highlighting our own Philadelphia songwriter, Chris Casper. He's awesome, one of the finest songwriters I know, and he's reuniting with his old bluegrass band. They used to play the festival in 2007, the Lowlands. Some of them are coming in from out of state for this special show. So I really, really encourage you all to come to that. There are 3 free pairs of tickets to give away for that show. But yeah, he's the bomb. So, and he's like right up our alley, Philly folk, and he's been a big part of our community for many, many years. So, and there's the other shows, the Mighty Manatees, Live Dead, and the Allman Brothers music, the Wild Feathers. So there's a bunch of shows at the Sellersville that I think you guys would appreciate. I already talked to you about the Ballad of Wallace Island. So the gem and I can't see you guys. I don't like the screen. I gotta stop sharing. I can't see anybody, and I prefer to see you. Okay, there you are. That's much better. Okay. The gem in Spring City. You remember the old Chaplains? Does anybody remember the Chaplains? It was called. Really nice listening room, really nice spot. And there's new owners there now, just recently, young couple, and they're just great. So they wanted to do like an acoustic jam. So we're actually looking at the second Tuesday of the month to have an actual acoustic session jam. So I know there's a lot of musicians out there, Mac people, if you all want to, come on out for that. It's going to be a slow rollout for the April 8th one, and then the May, I think we'll have a little bit better idea how it's going to roll. But hit me up, call me, email me if you have any interest in that. And this is just, again, these are just kind of in the works, so I don't have any major things. I can't tell you like all the details yet. But Jam at the Gem, second Tuesdays of the month, and they want us to help co-present that, and they'll promote us, we can promote them. As a true partnership, and I really look forward to doing more with them. It's pretty cool. What else? I think, is that it? Oh, and then the Free Library of Philadelphia. We did that. Did anybody go to that Sunny Oaks show by chance? It was a Sunny Oaks presentation, Jenny. Okay, cool. So I met with Dick Levinson, who's the senior services librarian, and we had a really great lunch meeting. He wants to do stuff with us more often, or just have an expert come in and present about this, that, or the other. The next one, he actually asked me to present about today's troubadours. So I'm going to be doing a presentation of like 3 of my favorite troubadours on Zoom. It's going to be on April 30th. I'm going to be picking Nathan Moore, Chris Casper, and Jackie Green. So if you want to hear my expert take on these wonderful songwriters, come check it out. I'm excited about that. I didn't even expect that he wanted something like that, but that's exciting. Get to share like our contemporary songwriters with you all. So that's happening. Sorry, I'm like just looking at my notes here. I think I got everything. Yeah, if you have any ideas too for me for outreach, let me know. If you have any ideas for events where we can put up a table in your local community, let me know. We just want to get out and like spread the word as much, especially as soon as the festival artist announcements are made in mid April, and then we can start boots to the ground. If you want to be on the outreach committee, please email me. I left my phone number in there too. Just give me a call. Like I missed the lost art of a phone call. I'm happy to take your phone calls. And lastly, and this is something I like to get a community calendar going so people can go straight to like our website and see all the shows that we are suggesting and endorsing. And then if there's a member discount, then there'll be a separate place you'd go for those discounts. So I think if we have that up on our website, like more people might be excited about becoming a member and realizing that we know what's up, and we're spreading good news about good music. So I think that's all I've got. If I'm missing anything, please let me know. But seriously, try to get to that Wallace Island screening if you can tomorrow. So just let me know if you want to do that. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but that's all for now. Thank you for listening.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Kate.
being members.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. And yeah, I'm fairly busy during tax season, but my wife and I are going to go to the Wallace Island screening. Check out the trailer for that. It looks funny. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It'll be a good time.
Yeah,
So
I'll put it in the chat, the trailer. Good call.
yeah, it looks like a really good movie. So, and I'm looking for a night off. So all right, so now we're at the point where we have questions and answers. If anybody has any questions, hit the raise your hand button and I can call on you. And if not, we could, yep. All right. I was thinking we could end this meeting in record time, but I guess not. All right. So first up, we have they put their hand down. Eric Abrams, you had your hand up. Was that by mistake?
Two things. One,
Okay.
Erin said something about CRM. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, a CRM. What in the world is that?
Continuous radon monitor.
Yeah.
That's not what it is. Aaron, do you want to answer that one, or you want me to?
Aaron had to step away, unfortunately. It's
Okay.
customer relations management system.
Oh,
What it basically is the membership database that keeps all the information, and then another piece that's connected to that intakes all the information. And there'll be a portal for the members to go in and make changes and find out information.
and I just also want to say the library connection that we have now through Kate is really good. And Michael Braunfeld was the one who helped them do something with the show. So they've already connected, and I talked to him about Sunny Oaks, and he was really glad to get the information from me. So they really do want to work with us. So that's cool.
Thanks, Jenny. Mara, you're up next.
Yeah, just want to let people know that the chat's open now. So I'm putting in the show information that we discussed a little while ago and the open mic information.
Thanks, Mara. Trish, you're up.
Hi, Smile and Banjo podcast episodes have dropped since the last one of these meetings. The Secret Sisters dropped on the 13th of March. Dom Flemons came out today, and John Gallagher Jr. will be coming out April 13th. So if you haven't taken a look at those, they're kind of fun.
And that's dropped in a good way.
Yes, dropped in a good way.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun filming them. Some of them have a fair amount of background noise, but we did a bunch. I should say not we. Trish has done a lot of work cleaning them up, and they sound much more acceptable than what they did originally, thanks to her work. But they're really fun and very interesting and kind of unique perspectives also. So
yeah, you get some inside information on these performers that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to know or experience. So yeah, check them out.
Yeah. Thanks, Trish. David.
Thanks. Two quick announcements and a question. First, for those who have not heard yet, we lost Bert Schackerman yesterday, one of the oldest long-term volunteers. Second, keep your eyes on the Bryn Mawr Movie Theater, the Bryn Mawr Film Society, and the Colonial in the next couple of months. They will both have screenings of the new biopic about Janice Ian. And my question is, have we joined the Greater Philadelphia Cultural Alliance yet?
Not that I am aware of.
I'll mail you a link if you're interested.
Mail us a link. We'll look into it. I can't promise we will or we won't, but I would say it's something up for discussion.
Fair enough. Thanks.
May I jump in and ask you, Dave, do you have any contacts for the film societies that are putting on the Janice Ian films? And maybe we can try to reach out to them about that. If you could email me some, oh, you're muted again. I know Joe
I
had,
have no contacts.
okay, I'll do.
Janice is an old friend and I'm getting comped for one of the screenings. I do know that the Colonial is booking it, but they have not finished the film festival screenings yet. So dates are not being set for local release.
Okay, I'll check that out. Hey, speaking of Janice Ian, is anybody going to that big gala on April 30th where she's going to be getting a star? If you go, let me know.
Not be there.
You will?
She will not be there.
Oh, she will not? Is that, oh, okay. That's new information. Okay.
Thanks, David. Steve, you're up.
It's not what I was going to say, but since you mentioned Janice, yes, she's going to be get the plaque, whether she'll be here or not. I guess Dave knows more than I do at this point. She's also featured in the new Philadelphia music book, which has now been deferred for a couple of months because of production problems. I posted that on the Facebook page. But the Janice movie, interestingly enough, it will be on PBS. I think it's June is scheduled or July. It's part of the American, whatever it is, thing. They did show it to AARP members in December, so I've gotten a chance to see it, which is pretty good. So I'm hoping it's going to, play locally there too. The other thing I was going to mention, I was going to mention that she may not be here for the Walk of Fame in Philadelphia. And there is a gala at night. There has always been one, but at 11 o'clock that morning, they will be holding the ceremony on the University of the Arts, and at least David Dye will be there. So we have somebody to connect with, and the Orlons and whoever else is going to be there. I'm hoping to cover it. I'll be posting stuff as I get the information. Second thing, the Sunny Oaks item was not really a Sunny Oaks item. It was wonderful that Dick put together. It was the Philadelphia author of the bio bibliography. It was a great presentation. I did ask him, it was recorded, as do most of the library events, but they're going to edit it before they put it up. So I've been promised information with a link so that you can watch it. It ran about an hour and 15 minutes. So that's coming up. But my main reason for getting on here was to talk to the two Erics that are here. Like them, I'm taking a break from my tax returns. And I just want to thank Eric Robbins specifically. You've heard me talk for years about the financials. He's doing an amazing job. It's easy to understand. He's on top of it. And the fact that he's here in the middle of tax season deserves an applause. So we need to give that, and these guys will go back to doing tax returns like me afterwards. So
Steve, are you
yeah.
talking about the Larry Magid book that's being delayed?
Yes, the
Okay,
Larry
good.
Magid. I have a copy of it. I posted some pictures. The John Takeoff took care of a number of people, including the Philadelphia Folk Festival. There were a couple of typo errors in there that are being fixed, but apparently the book was put out with the pages out of order. So there was to be two things: an event on August 1st or April 1st. Sorry, April 1st at the Kimmels at the Comcast Center, which is now being postponed. And the library was planning to have Sam Katz do the interview. And that was supposed to be, I think, the 15th or something, but that's been postponed. And according to the library, it's now postponed until the fall. And if you did, and I know some people did, buy tickets for it, they're being refunded. I've already seen it online. So if there's any questions about either the Walk of Fame or the Larry Magid book, feel free to reach out to me. I'm pretty much in touch with everybody that's doing that. So
May I ask a question from you, Steve? If you guys don't, I saw that you posted something on Facebook, and I actually saw that 1970 Philadelphia Folk Festival YouTube for like a few days. I started watching it and just stopped in the middle of it.
If I can take a minute, I'll try to explain everything for everybody here. I've tried to do that there. Clark Santee, who's the guy that directed it, made that production. Brief history. It was not done for Philadelphia. It was done for Hershey's television station. After 50 years of doing all kinds of things like Austin City Limits and so on, he retired. And he put up the 1970 Folk Festival. YouTube pulled it down for the Arthur Hall of African American because they thought that there were bare breasts. So that got popped from his channel. He gave me rights. So you will see the 1970, runs about an hour and 10 minutes, the 1971 with Arthur Hall and with Dave Van Ronk doing Candyman Blues. And that's on my channel. I've posted it up there. A lot of people are watching it. Clark is a perfectionist. So he went back and took those two things out, added some other stuff, tweaked it so on, and he put it up. There were typos. So Doc Watson was spelled with a K, etc. There's 197 posts on there. People were complaining, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you capture that? I mean, the guy is amazing. So he had 27 hours, but it was like the first year of videotape. So that went up. And he pulled it down recently. I will promise to post when it goes back up again, called the restored version. The 1981 one is on his channel. If you're in the bluegrass, you've got to see the Bluegrass Festival from New Jersey, Englishtown, I think it was, early Del McCoury and stuff like that. He must have, I don't know, 15, 20 hours that you want to watch on Clark Santee's channel. And he's not monetizing it or anything else. But he's got some amazing stuff up there, and I recommend seeing the 81. I will let people know. Now, just to also add one more piece to that, because that's also part of the rumor. WHYY was given 6 hours of that festival to run one night in February of 71. I recorded the audio from that 6 hours, some of which isn't there. They were then required to delete the tapes for various reasons. So the archive has my audio. I put some of it up already. The 68 festival, WHYY radio did 90 minutes. I put up Sweet Stave and Chain. That's also, up on my my area. But the archive has very, 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 very little from those years. And again, everybody needs to thank Clark because he's put this thing up and it's just truly amazing. So any other questions, feel free to let me know.
Is there a way, and I don't know if Trish has a copy of this for the archives, but is there, you do?
I do, yeah.
He does.
I have, Steve sends me all of his stuff and
Okay.
then he clues me into all of Clark's stuff and I pull it all into the archive. So we've got it all.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Thank you so much, Steve. Steve, if you don't mind, I'd love to connect with you offline if you want to email me, because I'd love to get that stuff out, to the members, when things are up and available, because it's really
sure.
stuff.
Well,
I
posted on both the official and the unofficial pages.
Yeah, I think getting out in the email blast
Oh,
would
no.
be nice.
I'm Stephen Ram at AOL.com.
Cool. And Rosalie Sorrells, I never knew anything about her. She's amazing.
Sorrells.
That's great.
So
Rosalie
anyway,
Sorrells. Yes, she was Utah Phillips' buddy. That's how I met her. So
Love you.
amazing things. And for those that know David Amram, I posted, and for those that haven't seen it, I posted the other day 65 videos from Folk Alliance, including the Philadelphia Folk Song Society room that was there. And maybe some of those people will be there. Michael will tell us when that comes up. But there's at least, I think, 55 or 65 this year. So go check it out. They're all up there for free. But David Amram was just truly amazing. The guy's 95 years old and he's writing a new piece and he's writing a Guthrie piece to be premiered in October.
can you put your YouTube channel into the chat for us?
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, absolutely. There's folk alliances, there's folk festivals, many things. I will put it over in the chat. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, so you can always message me that way.
Thank you very much, Steve. Are there any other questions? We actually might be able to end the meeting within an hour. I don't see any other questions, so I will ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Wait 1 second until I post it on the website.
Well, you can still, we're not ending the meeting.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so you can still put it on.
Yep, it's there.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
So
I make
moved.
a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, Kate, second, anybody?
Second.
Okay, Eric seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Under an hour. All right, good job.